90s, this project was formulated only about 3 years ago, as we saw some opportunities converge in conjunction with the redevelopment of local manufacturing at Athens Mold and Machine and the growth of Jackie O's. This area between Stimson and Mill is the only area zoned manufacturing in the central part of the city. Indeed, there's a long history of manufacturing right here, with perhaps the most well-known activity being the Athens Brick Company, who made millions of Athens block from 1892 to 1920 with clay mined from the North Hill right behind the Athens Armory. This was a logical location for manufacturing due to the proximity of both the Hocking River and the Marietta to Cincinnati Railroad, whose track basically ran right where we are standing right now. That first railroad arrived in Athens in 1857 and put Athens on the map. A depiction of the route can be seen under the Oxbow Bridge on a relief on the north abutment, installed, by the way, during another joint project between Athens and Ohio University from 2014. That railway carried freight and passengers for nearly 130 years, with the last train in the mid-1980s when the tracks were taken up and the land started to be sold off in pieces. Showing tremendous vision, Ohio University purchased that land in 1991 and held it, with some sections going to carry extensions of the Hocking-Nadina Bikeway or provide space for the new Baker Center. But this section, between Mill Street and Stimson Avenue, sat vacant, awaiting use. With the goal of moving cars more and more to the periphery, Ohio University built the South Green Extension Project, and the small road beside these apartments saw higher traffic as motorists used it to quickly reach US 33 and 50. In the city, we saw it only a matter of time that congestion and potential crashes would warrant a signal or roundabout, so we planned accordingly. It has also been a goal since the Abel administration to improve Stimson Avenue and make it more of a gateway and commercial corridor. When we heard of the Athens Mold and Machine redevelopment, we saw an opportunity to provide them a direct tractor-trailer access to US 3350, and so we approached our partners at ODOT District 10, the Athens Economic Development Council, the Athens County Economic Development Council, and Buckeye Hills to seek additional funding. We brought the project together rapidly with help from Sarah Mars Maxfield to access money from Jobs Ohio, Fred Vogel to access money from ODOT's Office of Jobs and Commerce, and our great friends at ODOT District 10 and Buckeye Hills Regional Development District to access Appalachian Regional Commission money. The City of Athens and Ohio University rounded out the funding, and OU provided the land. With a great design from the design engineers at EMH&T and hard work from Freedom Construction, our general contractor, we delivered the project within budget and met our goal of opening for the Ohio University autumn semester movement. The project is almost complete, but there is still some landscaping and punch list work to get through. But we are so proud of all the people who brought this together, and we are thrilled to see motorists safely entering and exiting the city through the new roundabout, tractor trailers accessing Athens Mold and Machine and Jackie O's, and cyclists and pedestrians using the shared use paths and sidewalk. Please give a round of applause for the project team. Dr. M. Dwayne Nellis was named the 21st president of Ohio University on February 22, 2017. As an internationally recognized scholar and a national higher education leader, Dr. Nellis brings nearly 4 decades of experience in academia as a president, provost, dean, and professor to Ohio University. In his previous presidency at Texas Tech, the institution was recognized nationally as an innovative and economic prosperity university and received special recognition for university engagement during his tenure. While he and his wife Ruthie arrived in the midst of this project, he immediately recognized the value of the university and city working together on infrastructure and economic development. His support is invaluable, and the city looks forward to working with him on future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of Ohio University, Dr. M. Dwayne Nellis.
Well, thank you, Andy, and it's a pleasure to be with all of you. And what a great story we have to celebrate today. Since joining Ohio University as the 21st president, I've seen the collaborative spirit in which the city and university together promote their mutual well-being, and it's truly refreshing, but also incredibly important for our mutual successes. Ruthie and I have seen we're really interwoven like into the fabric between the community and the university. And I'm proud to stand here today at the opening of a project that encompasses values that are important to all of us here. History of place, economic development, collaboration, long-term planning, and adaptability to our near-term needs. In regards to long-term planning, the city and the university collaborated in developing Ohio University's comprehensive master plan, and specifically related to this project, consideration of ways to improve campus and city access, as well as to mitigate safety issues. The city and university envisioned a campus outer loop that would help facilitate moving traffic to the perimeter, along with a northeastern gateway as a second campus entrance. This roadway extension provides the ability for the campus outer loop to connect to an additional exit in the entrance area for the campus city, and with the city have secured funding to build the roundabout here at Stimson, a safe exit to facilitate the volume of traffic experienced from the outer loop. In regards to adaptability for near-term needs, during the envisioning process, the city shared that there would be an opportunity to help adjacent landowners and businesses with economic development if we were to grant curb cuts along the road to assist the businesses with access. The ability to assist in enabling local businesses to grow and thrive is critical to our joint successes, and we were thrilled with being able to grant the curb cuts and right-of-ways through this project. And we look forward to building on the strong bonds that already exist to continue working collaboratively with the city, with our region, with the university as partners, and we appreciate also the support from ODOT as well. Thank you all for being here today on this day as we celebrate this new artillery connector here for the university and for the city of Athens. Thank you.
Mayor Steve Patterson has lived in Athens for 19 years, working as an associate professor of health psychology at Ohio University. Prior to being elected mayor for the 2016 through 2019 term, he served as an Athens City Council at-large member from 2012 to 2015. Steve served in the United States Air Force for 23 years in both the enlisted and commissioned ranks, and retired in 2003 as a major with the District of Columbia Air National Guard, 113th Fighter Wing. At Ohio University, Steve served on the Ohio University Faculty Senate for 7 years and was a member of the Faculty Senate Executive Council, the Professional Relations Committee, and the Finance and Facilities Committee. Steve has served on the Ohio University Leadership Change Team, which serves as the Presidential Advisory Council on Disabilities and Accessibility Planning. Mayor Patterson is a champion of economic development and mobility in the city of Athens and the larger region. Ladies and gentlemen, my boss, Mayor Steve Patterson.
Thank you, Andy. And thank you, President Nellis. You know, this is truly, think about it, truly a city, a state, a federal collaboration to make this happen. This is a huge day, and for anyone who's been on the roundabout, I think most of you have, that's a beautiful roundabout. I have heard nothing but positive comments about our new roundabout. I want to give some thank yous, but again, Andy really kind of, encapsulated the whole spirit of everyone who's been involved. I know that Samuel and Ezekiel are here today, the Thorntons from Athens Mold and Machine. You guys, along with Art Ostrike, where's Art, right over here, of Jackie O's, you became kind of the spark behind some of this happening and thinking, what can we do? And this has been a vision. I know Andy and I have had this conversation, something that we've been thinking about for an awful long time. And I do remember way back when OU saying, we would like to have a corridor, a new gateway that comes in. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I think it was 2002, 2003 that conversation was coming. It was out there about Stimson Avenue. Can that be the corridor in? So now the soon-to-be named street behind me, which we refer to as the McKinley Avenue extension, has become that gateway into the city. So, and then Ohio University, again, making sure that there was a gateway to come into OU. I have several thank yous that I want to get into. Again, first off, I want to thank Ohio University for recognizing the beauty of this project. Obviously, the City of Athens, the Appalachian Regional Commission, big thank you for helping pull this together, especially when it came to funding. Ohio Developmental Services Agency and ODOT Division of Jobs and Commerce. I also want to give a big thank you to Sarah Maxfield Mars, who was really someone who was helping and working hard through the Athens County Economic Development Council to kind of stitch things together. I know you worked really hard with Athens Molding Machine, so a big thank you to Sarah and to the EDC. Also, EMH&T for the designs of the project, and in particular, project manager Mike Brems. I think Freedom is here today, is that correct? Yep. They are here, the contractor on this project, Freedom Construction, with the project manager Nate Worthington, as well as Superintendent Dave Stoker. For the city of Athens, I'm going to call you out. Oh, Jessica's standing in the back, boots on the ground. Jessica was out here all the time, looking and making sure that things were on track and that things were being, having eyes on the site itself, as well as Chuck Nugaster. Where is he? Is Chuck here today? There he is in the back. I drove out and saw Chuck several times, and he kept me up to date on how the progress was coming. So thank you to both of you. But last but not least, our Director for Engineering and Public Works, Andy Stone. Andy, you were the kind of the tactician on making this happen. You also worked hard on making sure there was oversight over the whole project. So a big thank you to your leadership in making this happen. For the project itself, this is the estimated total cost on the whole project. We are looking at $2,147,193, again, estimated at this point in time for this project. With that, Ohio University, $750,000 into the project. Appalachian Regional Commission, $500,000. Ohio Developmental Service Agency with the Roadwork Development Grant, $300,000. ODOT Division of Jobs and Commerce, $100,000. The city's share on this, again, a lot of it was with our workforce that was on the grounds, but and other things, $497,193. And I'd be remiss not to mention that Jackie O's with tree plantings has come up with about $10,000 to $11,000 for trees to be planted up and down, again, the soon-to-be renamed McKinley Avenue extension. I throw that as a teaser because I think Andy is, we're going to go there next, if I'm not mistaken, or pretty soon. So thank you to all of you, and hopefully, if you haven't driven it, get out there and drive it. It's awesome.
If the mayor and President Nellis could stand by here real quick. We've got two things left to do. We have to unveil the renamed roadway, and we have to cut the ribbon. And those of you who've been to one of these ceremonies before know when we cut the ribbon, we'll go out and string it across the road and get all of the people we thanked up there to have a pair of scissors and cut it. So we'll stop traffic first. Chuck will help with that. Up until today, this access road that we've been working on has been known as North McKinley Avenue because it somewhat aligns with the McKinley Avenue that's south of Mill Street, and it seems to show up on Google Maps as North McKinley. It's on Google, so it must be true. So now I'm not certain if it's named after President McKinley, but there is a record of William McKinley visiting OU in 1891 before he was president. There is also a record of the famous Athenian General Grosvenor, who was a Civil War general, and he has his own street named after him, working on McKinley's campaign in 1896. So it's not beyond the pale that an old road down by the railroad tracks was named for the president. But that said, we had a unique opportunity with a new road that no one had an address on yet, so nobody could get mad if we changed the name. And so we saw fit to change the name to honor the largest contributor to this project, Ohio University, as the mayor mentioned their contribution as well as the donation of the land. Mayor Patterson and President Nellis could help me unveil this new road name. Here's the right one. Make sure it's upside down. you'll see another street sign up there in the middle of the roundabout, and we'll unveil that one a little bit later. And then this will go down at the intersection of Mill and North 1804 Way, named after the founding date of Ohio University. Okay, without further ado, we need to cut the ribbon. So I think I have the box of scissors. And so if I could have the elected officials who are present, as well as Sam and from Molten Machine, and Art from Jackie O's, and President Nellis. I'm gonna just pass out scissors here. Would help me? That's good. And if we could have Nate and then Mike, so the designer and the project manager.
DJ.
Yeah, if you can help me hand these out. And Paula, the service safety director. Why don't we have, who else? Yeah, how about Deb Schaefer, who really helped us from Ohio University's perspective and kind of championed this? Yeah. Oh, we got plenty of extra scissors. We'll probably get a few more. Fred from, why don't you come up with Jobs and Commerce representing that, and then ARC, who's Governor's Office Appalachia, representing that. Come on up. I got plenty of scissors. And then Shauna, sure. Shauna was kind of a, let's put Shauna up there. Yeah. Who is? Oh yeah, and Buckeye Hills. Who's here from, oh yeah, Brett's here from Buckeye Hills. Thank you. And Darla from ODOT District 10. You got Darla? All right. Anybody else have a hand in this project? Alan, of course, from District 10. Come on, Alan. All right. Tony and Greg. Do we have enough scissors? Oh yeah. Tony and Greg. And then Ryan helped us from the Buckley group do some more inspection. Come on, Ryan. All right. We're going to cut them in the middle of the street here. So, John? Come on, John. And Jennifer, is Jennifer here from the Development Services Agency? Great, great. All right, this will be great. We're going to go all the way across the road. So what I like to do is just kind of watch your step. Chuck, if you could stop the inbound traffic, and then Nate, if you can, or I'm sorry, Roy, if you can help me with the other traffic. Watch out. So we're going to get the sign in the background. Right here. Jessica and I, or somebody is. If everyone can line up right here, kind of where the yield sign is, if you can move quickly, because we won't block traffic too long.
Don't run with scissors.
You don't run with scissors.
And we'll do a count, like, right? Once we're ready.
They actually get the scissors wide enough.
Did you
You
get
guys
everybody
got your
in it?
photos all lined up? All right.
Okay, let's
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll do the count.
on 3.
Yep, ready? Everyone ready with the cameras? 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
Yay!
All right.
Good job,
Get out of the
everybody.
road and
Yeah, good job.
thank you all for coming.
Thanks for having us.